Okay, COMP2, here we go. We're full on into our research now. I'm going to try to get those proposals back to you as soon as I can this week so that you know that you're ready to launch. And while I'm getting those back to you this week, we're just going to do some sharpening the saw activities to get ready for research. There's basically just a few little things that I want you to look at this week. In fact, really just one, and that is the make sure I'm pulling aside here and getting in the classroom to make sure I'm not misspeaking. Yeah, just one thing, and that is exercise 53.1. I said on page 428 of the Erin text, but I know in the past we've had some discrepancies in my page numbers because of the new textbook. So if you double check that, I don't have it out right in front of me right now, but if you double check and 53.1 doesn't show up on 428, it's still 53.1 because I did check and made sure that 53.1 is saying what I want to. So it should be within a few pages of that in order to do the exercise. And it's actually a plagiarism exercise. And this isn't one of those things, I think I used to feel like my teachers would try to, sorry, I've got hair in my face, to do a gotcha on me. And that I would accidentally plagiarize and then I would be doomed for eternity as a cheater or something. And that's not what this is about at all. This is more about reminding us to research responsibly. Most of the time in working with students in language arts types of contexts like composition like we're doing here, over the past almost 20 years, I'm getting old, most of the times where I've noticed that students have plagiarized or caught students plagiarizing, so to speak, it's been more accidental or because of sloppy research. And if you look in headlines in the news, even some very famous authors have gotten busted for that, and a lot of it has to do with their research methodologies. So I'm telling you about this week so that as you research, that your research time might be careful and intentional and deliberate. Set up a system for yourself. Maybe you go in and set up a OneNote account and use the tabs and use that as your place to use research. Maybe you have a notebook where you make sure you're careful. Assigning the right credit to the right sources, remembering when you quoted something and when you paraphrased something. All of these things are really important in the research process. So do be careful as you move forward this week. Also, just a word on research. I'm very aware that there are certain tasks that I sort of dread, kind of like cleaning out closets, that I put off and I make into this big thing in my mind. In fact, I have a few projects on my list today that I'm just dreading. I'm ordering some pictures for Christmas gifts. What else is on this list that I don't want to do? I hate doing thank you notes. I'm thankful. I just don't like writing thank you notes. I've got thank you notes to write today. I've got a survey to do for another college I teach for. I hate little tasks like that. They're just such time suckers, right? Do you feel that way about research sometimes? And what's funny is sometimes I'll let these things sit on my desk and sit on a list and I worry about them and I create a lot of negative, I don't believe in the whole karma thing necessarily. I mean, I don't. But I create a lot of negative energy for going against myself in my mind. I'm going to just encourage you to do this. Chisel away a little bit at a time or set a big chunk of time aside for your research project and try to enjoy it as much as you can. Hopefully you've chosen a topic that you really are interested in and that kind of inherently gets you energized to look at that. And as you're reading, don't constantly say to yourself, oh no, I might not have enough information, I've got to get this done. Kind of just bask in the information if you can. I know this sounds kind of like Pollyanna, but try if you can to give yourself some positive reinforcements for this process. And I'm going to try to do the same thing for my thank you notes, okay? That this will be fun and won't it be nice when they get those notes and, it'll be checked off my list momentarily. Those kinds of things, okay? Hey, you hang in there. If you have any research questions at all, don't sit there spinning your wheels wondering whether or not to ask me. Do ask. Have a great week.